North County, a woman murdered on the Pala Reservation. She was found dead in her car. And 10 News anchor Robert Santos is in Pala with a heartbreaking thing that the victim was doing just hours earlier.
We are on Pala Mission Road. This was reopened about 13 hours after the victim was found down the street here, dead in her car. Sheriff's investigators were out here trying to find any clue that would lead them to her killer. A quiet street on the Pala Indian Reservation, now a murder scene just a block away from the Pala Casino. Someone heard gunshots just before the victim was found dead in her car around 3 in the morning.
It's beyond words at this moment. It's just something that we're all trying to take in.
Kilma Latin is related to the victim, and he's also a former Pala Tribal Council member. He says the victim has been through so much in her life.
The victim laid her youngest son to rest a few years ago, and then about 10 days ago, one of her twin daughters passed away, and then the very next day, one of the other twin had a stroke.
It was just Sunday afternoon she buried her daughter who passed away, and then hours later she was murdered. It's unclear if the victim was parked in front of her home. The word is she and others in the community knew her killer.
There is a witness in custody that they're questioning.
Latin says there's growing concern about the number of members who died on the reservation since 2012. He says the mortality rate has skyrocketed, possibly due to a deeper social crisis.
There is definitely a social undercurrent that's happening here that is not being talked about.
He says in any other community this would be considered a public health crisis. He adds since the start of 2017 they've already lost 3 tribal members. Here in Pala, Robert Santos, 10 News.